Can you tell us what you talked about? Yes?
Just general. We're
You talked about the hustle.
talking about
Mr. Prime
Kamala
Minister,
Harris for lunch.
could you tell me, Mr. Prime Minister, how Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday might have impacted negotiations on a ceasefire deal?
Well, we're trying to get one. And I think to the extent that Hamas understands that there's no daylight between Israel and the United States, that expedites the deal. And I would hope that those comments don't change that.
Mr. President, do you have any reaction to Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday? Do you have any reaction to Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday after she met with the Prime Minister?
No, I have no remarks. She's a radical left person. San Francisco, destroyed San Francisco. She's really a destroyer. She doesn't know how to build. And I think her remarks were disrespectful. They weren't very nice pertaining to Israel. I actually don't know how a person who's Jewish can vote for her, but that's up to them. But she was certainly disrespectful to Israel, in my opinion.
Mr. Trump, has your relationship with the Prime Minister repaired at all?
It was never bad. I would say it was always good. No president has done what I've done for Israel. And we've always had a very good relationship. And if I didn't, I have a secret weapon. You know what it is? Sara. You're sitting right over there. I have Sara. As long as I have Sara, that's all that matters.
Do you feel like after this trip, Mr. Prime Minister, we're any closer to a ceasefire deal?
I hope so, but I think time will tell. We're certainly eager to have one. And we're working on it.
Are you sending teams to Rome?
Sorry?
Are you sending teams to Rome to
No.
continue those negotiations?
Dispatching the team, probably in a week.
Can you tell us the status of the hostage negotiations?
I think there's been some movement because of the military pressure that we exerted. I hope that there'll be sufficient movement to get the deal completed.
It's a
Mr. Prime
very
Minister.
tough, that's a very tough situation, the hostages. They have to be given back immediately because there can be no way that they're in good shape. They're obviously not being treated properly. And you hope that they're okay, but there are a lot of hostages, I'm sure, that will not be okay. And that's just not an acceptable situation.
Did you guys talk about what your working relationship would look like if you were reelected in November?
We don't have to. We've had a good relationship. I was very good to Israel, better than any president's ever been. And we did so many Golan Heights. We did Jerusalem, the capital. We actually built the embassy at Jerusalem, and the Iran nuclear deal. Unfortunately, the Biden administration didn't do anything. We terminated the Iran nuclear deal, which was a tremendous thing, maybe the best thing that I did for Israel, but unfortunately the Biden administration didn't do anything about it. We could have had a deal 1 week after the election. We would have had a deal with Iran, and everybody would have been happy. But they didn't do anything with it. We had all the cards. Iran was not using terror at all because they didn't have the money. Under the Trump administration, we gave them no money. They didn't have money. Nobody was buying their oil. And now they're a rich country. So it's too bad. But we would have had a deal with Iran. And it would have been a good deal for everybody, including Iran. It would have been a good deal. But it would have saved the Middle East. The Biden administration, now she's taken over, and she's worse than him. She's actually worse than him. So we'll see how it goes. But if it all works out, if we win, it'll be very simple. It's all going to work out and very quickly. If we don't, you're going to end up with major wars in the Middle East and maybe a third world war. You are closer to a third world war right now than at any time since the Second World War. You've never been so close because we have incompetent people running our country. Thank you very much, everybody.
Cool. Thank you.